Hello friends, welcome to today's prediction on Betkraft. Alright, today is another wonderful Sunday morning, and as we know, a lot of games going on across the globe today, and we do have some games that we looked into, and amongst the games that we have for you today is the two games that's going on in UBET Championship, which is the major tournament going on across the globe at this time, and also other club football matches that we brought forward for you consumption. All right, also how we fared yesterday and day first day, we'll be doing fairly good. Day first today we had everything that we predicted being very very correct, and yesterday we had most of the predictions that we put yesterday were actually very 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 correct. All right, today we go again, and we hope to do very well, do better today. And in a short while, we'll be looking at these football matches one after the other. But for those of us who are coming across our video for the first time, who are yet to subscribe, kindly hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, let's head to business part of the day. And today we're starting with the European Championship, where we'll have Switzerland who will be up against Germany, in the third group match of that very group. All right, and we'll take a look at how both sides fared in the recent occasions. All right, seeing how Switzerland fared in the past 20, they've been able to achieve 9 wins. They've also had 8 draws as well as 3 losses, but they've scored 7 goals in the process, and they have conceded 23 goals. And we side Germany, who are actually the host nation in this very competition, actually have been able to win 9 games in the past 20 games that they had so far, and they've also had 4 draws as well as 7 losses in the past 20 games that they had, and they've been able to score 36 goals, but they've also conceded 30 in the process. All right, and looking at how they fared from in the past 5 games that they had, you see that Switzerland in the past 5 games have been able to achieve 3 wins. We saw them defeating the likes of Republic of Ireland, Estonia, as well as Hungary, in the first group match in this very tournament. We also saw them achieving 2 draws out of those 5, and for Germany, they've been able to win 4 games out of the past 5 games that they had so far, and they've also had 1 draw in the process. And the last time both teams met was in European Nations League, where they played out a 1-1 draw and also played out a 3-3 draw against Switzerland. And it goes to show that these two teams are very strong side and familiar foes. And when you put all that together, Germany actually will be trying their best to being the host nation, they'll be trying their best to top the very group, because winning this match will ensure that they top that group. And while Switzerland also will be doing the same, winning also we ensure that Switzerland tops the group, and the host nation will likely push to actually make sure they top the group. So in this very situation, we expect to see a win or draw for the German side in this very encounter. A win or draw for the German side, that's what we predict. And the next game, which happened to be the second game for the day, also in the same group, where we'll have Scotland who will be up against the Hungary. Okay, you can see that Scotland have been able to win 8 games in the past 20, and they've also had 5 draws as well as 7 losses. And the other side, Hungary have been able to achieve 11 wins, but in the past 20 games they've also had 5 draws as well as 4 losses. They've been able to score 31 goals in the process, but they have conceded 20. And on the other hand, Scotland have scored 31 goals also, but they have conceded 31 as well. All right, and taking it down to how they fared from the recent 5 games, you could see that Scotland have been able to manage just 1 win, which came in their friendly against Gibraltar, and they've had 2 losses and as well as 2 draws. In this very tournament, they lost out to Germany by 5 goals to 1, and also they had a draw against Switzerland, a 1-1 draw against Switzerland in the second match of the group game. And also Hungary, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 5 games, but they have had 3 losses in the past 5, but we saw them losing out the past 2 games of this very tournament. Seeing that they lost out to Switzerland in the first match by 3 goals to 1, and also losing to Germany by 2 goals to 0. So in this very encounter, it seems that they have lost out entirely for the tournament, and we do expect to see them also giving their best in this one too, and we expect to see a a minimum of 2 goals in this very encounter. Scotland will be pushing to qualify, right? Hungary will be also trying their best to to have a respectable outcome in this one. So it is a minimum of 2 goals over 1.5. That's our verdict for this very encounter. And that takes us to the next game that we have. And the next game that we have for you is in Norway First Division, where we have Allon, who will be up against Remo. Okay, Allon have been able to win 1 game in the past 6 recent encounters. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw. And the Remo, the away side, have been able to achieve 2 wins as well as 3 losses and also 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had so far. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side have been able to achieve 1 win and 3 draws, as well as 2 wins and 3 draws, as well as 5 losses playing from home in the past 10 home games that they had. And the away side have been able to achieve 2 wins, 3 draws as well, and also 5 losses played from away. But what is quite prominent in their fixtures is the fact that they've been scoring lots of goals, saying that for the home side they've been able to achieve over 2.5 scoreline on 7 occasions out of the past 10 home games that they had. And the away side have also seen a very, very similar situation, saying that also 8 games out of the past 10 games that they played out so far produce a scoreline that is actually over 2.5. So in this very encounter, and also last time both teams met, saw the playing out a 3-3 draw, and that informed our decision to expect over 2.5 in this very encounter. It is minimum of 3 goals expected in this game. That's our verdict, over 2.5. And that takes us to the next game, also in Norway second division, where we have Vikings 2 who will be up against Kvik Halden. Okay, Vikings 2 have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6 games. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw. And the away side, Halden have managed just one draw in the past 6 games, but they've had a whooping 5 losses in the past 6 games that they had. So when you take a look at how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, Vikings 2, have been able to achieve 6 wins playing from home. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And the away side, on the other hand, have managed just 1 draw in the past 10 away games, but have lost the entire 9 games. It goes to show that they're not doing very well, especially when they're playing from away. Seeing that they have lost 90% of the past 10 away games, it is it shows that it's a team that's actually conceding and losing matches. So we do expect the home side, Vikings 2, to rise to the occasion in this very one, saying that they've been able to win 60% of their home games, and they're expected to win this one outrightly. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very game, and that will take us to the next game for today, and that happened to be in Nigeria Premier League, where Remo Stars will be coming up against Katsina United. And today happens to be the last day for the season for Nigeria Premier League, and all the matches are being played at the same time. So Remo Stars, who is actually second at the moment, will be looking to maintain their second place, because a little slip we allowed Enyimba and some other teams to overtake them in that position, because second spot actually guarantees you a Champions League football in Africa. So we're looking at how they fared from the recent encounters. You can see that Remo Stars have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 6 games. They've also had 3 losses, and the away side, Katsina United, have managed 2 wins, as well as 3 losses and also 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had so far. When you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away, you could see that Remo Stars in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve a 100% record. They've won the entire 10 home games that they played out so far in recent occasion. And the away side, Katsina United, have been able to achieve just 3 draws playing from away, and also 7 losses playing from away. As a matter of fact, the last 4 away games that they played out saw them losing out all 4 away games. And in this very encounter, seeing that Katsina United is also safe, not battling any relegation, and they're not in contention for any continental position. So they will be putting a lot of energy in this very game. So it is Remo Stars who has been winning their home games, that is expected to rise to the occasion in this very encounter and win the home match outrightly. It is home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that will take us to the next for today. And the next for today is also in Nigeria Premier League, where we have Enyimba coming up against the Plateau United. Okay, Enyimba have been able to win they win 3 games in the past 6. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. And Plateau United have been able to achieve 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games that they had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that out of the past 10 home games that the Enyimba have played from home, they've been able to achieve 9 wins and 1 draw. They've not lost a single match in the past 10 home games that they played. The last home game they played out, so they played out a 1-1 draw, against Bayelsa United, which have put them in a very serious situation, seeing that they've been able to achieve only 60 points. Had it been they won that very match, they would have been the same points with Remo Stars, who are currently on 62 points, and they will be hoping that Remo Stars slip. But they've also been trying their best to win this very match. You see that they will achieve 63 points. Hoping that Remo Stars loses or draws, so that they achieve the second spot in that table. So it is a must-win for Enyimba, and we do expect a home win. Seeing that their away side Plateau United have only managed 2 wins from away in the past 10 home games, in the past 10 away games, but they've also had a whopping 8 losses. Seeing that they've lost 80% of their away games. So we do expect a home win for this one. Enyimba to win outrightly. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next another tough game in Nigerian League, where we'll have Shooting Stars of Akure will be up against Sporting Lagos. Okay, Shooting Stars have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had so far. And our side, Sporting Lagos have managed 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses also in the past 6 games that they had. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you can see that that Nigerian League is actually a home affair. Seeing what we are seeing for the past 3 fixtures, it is same here. Shooting Stars have been able to win 9 games in the past 10 home games. They've only had 1 loss, which came in the match against Enyimba, where they lost that by 2 goals to 1 at home on that occasion. So, but they've been able to win 90% of the home games, and they also be looking to, because they are currently at 59 points, they'll be looking to achieve that same second spot. Everyone is looking to achieve that second spot. It's only Enugu Rangers who are actually very much safe. They are currently on 67 points. Even though they lose their current match, the last match, it would not affect anything. But that second spot is actually a very, very hot spot for about 3-4 teams in the Nigerian Premier League. So we do expect Shooting Stars putting their best to win this very encounter. Seeing that also Sporting Lagos in the past 10 away games have lost 8 times, and they've had just 2 draws in the past 10 away games that they have so far. So we expect Shooting Stars of Akure to rise to the occasion and win this match outrightly. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next, which are going to be the last game for the day. It is in Argentina. Argentina second division, Argentina Premier B, where we'll have Midland, who will be coming up against the Canuelas. Okay, Midland have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 6 games that they have so far. They've also been able to achieve 2 draws and as well as 1 loss. And Canuelas have managed just 1 draw in the past 6, but they've been able to, they've lost 5 games out of those past 6 games that they played so far. And then when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, we could say that the home side Midland have been able to achieve whopping 6. They've been able to achieve 6 wins from home. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games that they have so far. But away side Canuelas have been able to manage just 2 wins. They've also had 3 draws as well as 5 losses playing from away. Goes to show that the home side is a better side, saying that the past 6 home games for the home side have seen them winning outrightly all the 6 games. So we do expect the home side to also repeat the feat, winning this one. And also the last time both teams met, we saw Midland winning Canuelas from away by 3 goals to 1. It goes to show that this side is a very strong side, and this happened in April this year. So we do expect to see a win for the home side Midland FC to win outrightly in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our verdict, and that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game, and anything can happen. It can go either way. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be coming up with our predictions. I hope to see you again tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.